Corruption in law enforcement can be a devastating blow to public trust. Justice has a way of catching up with those who abuse their power. In this video, we reveal moments when corrupt cops thought they could operate without consequences, but faced the wrath of justice.
This is James Hansey, the chief of police of the Buckeye Lake Police Department. And his years of corruption and wrongdoing is about to be exposed in this ground-shaking interrogation. It all began on March 10, 2018, when Hansey responded to a complaint and went over to a residence where he accidentally fired his weapon. Although no one was hurt, this incident led to an interrogation of the chief, which unveiled plenty of wrongdoings. To start the interrogation, detectives asked Hansey what really happened on that fateful day.
Tell me about what happened during the accidental shooting. Obviously, I've gotten stories, a couple of different, people told me, but, you're the guy that accidentally discharged a weapon, so I can't wait to hear from you, man.
Jeff Maiden and I were on our way back from Lancaster. We had ate at B-Dubs. We were coming down 79 and we were in the area of Buckeye Lake Beezer Village. And my telephone rang. It was from Darlene Witt-Hofer. I've known the family since, I was a firefighter with her brother Terry forever. And she's on the phone screaming, saying her aunt, she found her aunt in the middle of the road, and that two guys had broke into her aunt's house and held her at gunpoint. She was able to escape, but the gunman shot one guy. He was laying in the floor bleeding to death, and the gunman was still in the house. So we're right there between both entrances to Lee's Village, the main entrance and the second entrance.
To make matters worse, Hansey wasn't medically fit to be on duty. His doctor advised him to be on desk duty starting March 12th. Therefore, the chief was already in violation as he went to the crime scene and should have sent in a junior officer instead.
I wasn't even thinking of being on technically light duty.
Right.
Had no gun with me. And with there someone possibly being in that house dying, you guys have done the same thing. You'd have went in. We had 3 people here, and we've been trained. I told Ritter, give me your handgun. Vermaiden went around the side of the trailer to see if there was a door on the back. I said, go get your rifle, because we don't know what he's got. Give me your handgun. It's the same identical handgun that I've got. And we went in, cover 3. Vermaiden was the first one in the door, went to the right. Because it's a single wide. Went in and I went to the left and I held the whole back of the trailer. And the trailer is really dark. And the only lights that's on is their flashlights and a TV in the very back room. I'm standing here, low ready, left hand, and all of a sudden something flashed. I thought someone was coming up at me. When I came up, I hit a corner and poof, running around, went to the floor.
Okay. Did you have your finger on the trigger or something when you went up?
I had, yeah. Because I was coming up to protect myself.
Right.
And I just hit that counter and it just, pow.
The chief's finger had been amputated, and he made a bad decision to go inside the house. The detectives had plenty more questions as they continued grilling the chief.
Was there any conversation about not telling them about the accidental discharge?
Yes, there was.
Okay. Was that your call?
Yes.
Okay. And what was the rationale there?
Ritter likes to tell things, and for the integrity of the case, integrity of the accidental shooting, Ritter, you don't have to go tell everybody that we had an accidental shooting. Let's get this investigated first. Let's go get it looked at. Let's save the integrity of the case right here before anybody, it's 1,700 people know.
Sure.
And that was the only reason. But no reason to hide anything. How can you hide an accidental discharge?
Makes it tough. Things go bang real loud.
Yeah, and you got a spent shell. We got the shell.
Okay.
Yeah, I sure did. I told him. Because he likes to tell. The mayor, I called the mayor 6 times and she never called me back. She called Ritter instead of calling my phone. She does that a lot. Just the other day, she's standing there, Ritter's phone goes off. Call from Peggy Wells. He's talking to her. I'm like, I walk up and say, why aren't you calling me? I'm the chief.
Right. That's true. Huh. So you guys got some communication barriers between you and the mayor, you would say?
From years, she's been on council for years, and yeah, she never liked the police department. She's actually picketed against the fire department. She don't like them. she had a big meeting with Randy Thorpe and, well, Billy was still there, and wanted to see about bringing them in and get rid of us, and Billy and them guys told him, you can't afford us.
Right.
You know, but when she took over mayor, and she took me in on January 19th, I told her, I said, all I want to do is my job.
Yeah.
I want to work with you. I have no hard feelings about nothing.
The chief also claimed that he didn't go well with the mayor. Although his stance was reasonably fair until now, this accidental shooting was only the tip of the iceberg as the detectives continued with some tough accusations.
The computer that you had at home, that your excuse was that you had to go home because you had some information on the computer at home that you didn't at work.
My computer at home is set up the same way the computer at the house. I mean, at the office.
Okay.
And if I was at my house doing stuff and writing, you can go to my house right now and I can show you the stuff that I've done, changing policies and changing things. I've had permission from our mayor, Kate Carroll, to go there.
Okay. Have you had permission from this mayor to go there?
No, and I haven't.
Okay. All right.
I wish I'd have brought my phone in. The times that they're probably talking about is I burnt my foot, right heel, really bad, clear to the bone. And I had to have a special boot. And it hurt to walk in it. And I would come in the mornings, I would get the mail like I was supposed to. I would check the phone recorders and do everything else. And then I would go to the house and do what I had to do. You know, but I always had my walker right there, and they knew this.
Well, I think part of it too was they said they came over, you know, a couple of times, and you were just wearing shorts and a t-shirt, watching cops while you were on duty.
No.
And that was the, you know, and then when I checked the records, you had them logged down as hours that day. You know, but my concern is if you're at home that day, you know, and that's true. Let's say that's true what he's saying. You know, if you're just sitting around watching cops when you're supposed to be at work, that could be an issue.
Right.
Obviously, I mean, you're the chief of police. You wouldn't want one of your guys doing that, you know. So, I mean, you got to understand from, you know, our perspective, looking at numbers and looking at everything else that you know are brought to us as a concern. We have to try to figure out why, or justify why that's happening.
Right.
Hansi claimed that he had permission to work from home, but he never asked the new mayor about this. As chief of police, he could easily stay logged into the system while lounging at home, a blatant violation of the law. It's clear he was stealing money from the government.
Why do you think that is, Jimmy?
I would go home a lot, but I would not. I would be in blue jeans or my BDU pants and a shirt that always said police, and I would be doing the stuff that I was allowed to do on the computer for the mayor. And then I would go out and go get cards, tag numbers and stuff with the jump cards, and I would do my OLEG, and or write it up. I wouldn't do the OLEG at the house because I couldn't. I could only do it at the office. But I would write the jump card stuff up.
Okay.
I mean, just because if they come home and see me, I'm in a T-shirt that says police and I'm not wearing my full uniform with the bags and all this, everything else, doesn't mean that I'm cheating the system and not working.
What are your procedures for junking cars?
Junking cars?
Yeah, let's say you get a car in an impound, nobody comes and gets it. What is your procedures to get rid of that vehicle?
Run the thing through the state of Ohio. They come back and tell us if there's a lien on it. And then you send that person, or if there's a lien on it, you send that person 10-day notice. Or if there's no lien on it, you send that person, the owner, 10-day notice. And then if they don't collect it, or we get it back, they've got 10 days to pay the towing or anything like that. If not, then I go get a title from the BMV, and then we gather how many other cars we got up, get 3 bids, and then people come out and look at the, you know, like junkyards or private people or whatever. They look at all the cars all at once and give you 3 bids, and the highest bidder gets them.
Okay. Have you ever taken any batteries out and sold the batteries?
No.
No? And the reason I'm asking in this setting, Jimmy, is this is a setting where under Gary Act, you can't be charged with what we're talking about. We can't talk about this criminally.
Right.
Okay, but if that comes out criminally, you know, there's going to be some issues probably with stealing. Okay, so there's been those allegations and a little more than just allegations. Very, very specific things that I've checked out that are not making a lot of sense. Okay, one of them especially being a water pump. that was taken off of a truck for Randy.
The accusations against the chief kept piling up, growing more embarrassing by the minute. He was now being questioned about allegedly stealing and selling unclaimed car parts. Although this is only a suspicion, if it's true, it would be a shame for the entire police department.
You know, but what I don't want to see is something that, you know, you get charged for or go to jail for.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
If anything was taken off them cars, the village already owned them, and they had permission from the mayor to take anything. I personally have never taken anything off the cars, out of the cars, anything. Now Randy and Mark Dimick has, yes, but they've always had permission, and they've never done anything until the vehicles were owned by the village.
Sure.
And they were going to the junkyard. They were getting loaded up that day or the next day and going to the junkyard to be crushed.
Okay. The village owned it. Did you take any batteries then after they owned it? Did the mayor say, hey, you can take these? I'm trying to, you know, explain it for myself in my head why I've had two people tell me the same thing now. Two different people. One, you know, that I would say is completely on your side. One that says maybe not completely on your side, and they're both telling me the same thing. So I'm trying to figure that out why in my head that would be the case. So is there a circumstance or an instance where you did take a battery or two after the mayor cleared it?
I've never taken a battery.
Never.
Never.
Okay.
Never.
All right. Well, I needed to ask you about that because, like I said, I've had a couple of them here. All right.
The detectives were not fully convinced with the chief's answers, as they once again questioned him about the 10th March incident.
Okay. So if one of your officers acted the same way you did, in the same manner, you wouldn't have a problem with that then at all. If they were not due to come back to work for 2 more days and they took a call in the village, they took a call, even though they're not cleared to come back for 2 more days, would you per se, you have a problem with that?
If it was the same situation that I was put in,
Sure, call exactly the same.
no, I would not.
Okay. And why is that?
Because there was imminent risk of death. He was there. He had plenty enough people to take care of what the situation was. And I believe he has what word do I want to use?
You want to use probably duty to do something, right?
Yeah.
I assume that's where you're going with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I do. I would not have a problem with that at all. I mean, the accidental discharge was very unfortunate and a bad timing, but, you know, no, I wouldn't have a problem with that at all.
The detectives then focused on a major issue within the department: the lack of hourly rate checks. This allowed anyone in power to manipulate their hours and walk away with a hefty paycheck. Shockingly, this scheme had been going on for over 2 years and was only uncovered now.
So then you're ultimately responsible for making sure the numbers are accurate when they go to Mary, who I assume Mary does some other report as well, or did at the time.
I have no clue. We just turn in our timesheets to her.
But you make a report for city council, or for village council. I'm sorry, if I keep calling city council, I'm
Yeah.
just used to this. You make a report for village council, right?
The end of the month, they would get a report.
Yes.
On with the fire department and every street department and everything else.
Right. And that report is done by who?
We're making,
Okay, so Vermaiden does the report. He does the report up, and I would assume, since you're the guy in charge ultimately, and you're the one responsible for numbers ultimately, you look at that report.
no.
You don't look at the report that Vermaiden's doing?
No, he would come in or on a Friday when I'm off on Fridays,
Uh-huh.
and he knows Monday is the council meeting. He would do it up, and then he would take it over and give it to Valerie.
Let's go back, let's say the auxiliaries. Who keeps track of their numbers then? I got where paid guys are, Vermaiden's
Yeah.
in charge of the paid guys. I got
For
that.
me,
So Vermaiden's also in charge of the
Yes.
auxiliaries. Okay? So when those numbers go over, do you check their numbers too to make sure that they're accurate? Because you said, like you said, you know who's coming and going in your police department.
well, you know, he'd put the hours down for them. They were, some of them worked 16 hours a week, a month. Some of them worked more.
And some of them worked less. In fact, a lot of them worked less.
I have no clue.
But you know who comes, but you know who's coming and going, Jimmy. That's the whole thing I want to get at. You know who's coming and going in the department, and there are people like Schilling. Is it Schilling? Schiller? I know he's
Jason Schilling.
Jason Schilling.
Yeah.
I talked to lots of people, and they said he only comes during taser training. That's it. And he's listed for 16 hours a month,
Correct,
every single month.
correct. Because Frank Foster, our mayor,
Uh-huh.
said he did our radar, he did our taser, and he did what else did he do? Radar, taser.
It was later revealed that the department had been issuing paychecks for officers who weren't even showing up for duty. Now, the big question is, who was pocketing the extra money? Was it the chief himself, or was someone else manipulating the system behind the scenes?
It may not be 16 hours, I believe it is accurate because the mayor, Frank Foster, said, we will trade him this 16 hours a month if he continues to train us like
Right.
that. And that's the way we did it.
I understand what you're saying. I do. I get it. But, a guy like that's invaluable. But you want that guy to actually work. And when you're presenting those numbers to the village council, the numbers don't match what is actually going on. So if you're putting 16 hours down, it looks like that guy's been there for 16 hours that month. He put in at least 16 hours of time, right?
If you wanted to look at it that way, yes.
I don't know, I really don't know how else to look at it, Jimmy, when it comes to that, because, again, yeah, valuable guy, you want to keep him around, you want to keep him happy, but he's not putting the numbers in that you are saying he's putting in. But it's on there for 16 hours a month. Every month that she's been there, she's got 16 hours a month. I call her, she says, no, that's not accurate. I call the guy she rides with, Haas.
Jeff Haas.
Jeff says, no, she does not work 16 hours a month. Yeah,
Right.
you guys put 16 hours a month on that sheet.
Again,
You understand, that's a criminal charge. That could be a criminal charge to do all that
there's no
stuff.
monetary value.
There's no monetary value. You're making it public record. You're falsifying a public document because it's going over to village council. You see what I'm saying? So you're falsifying a document that goes over there. And I don't know why. I don't get it. I really don't understand it. But this is the place to explain it, Jimmy, if you're going to. This is where it gets explained.
You delegate something to someone, and you have faith in that person. And evidently, I shouldn't have had faith in that person.
Well, here's the thing. I delegate things to him all the time, constantly, because I'm a supervisor. But what I also do on the back end is I go and check to make sure they're done.
Right.
Not that I don't trust them, but being a supervisor, you have to make sure.
And that's what I should have done.
And let's.
By this time, Chief Hansey had been accused of fraud, but the worst was about to happen as he started to get enraged by the detective's line of questioning.
Let's go to these checks that were cashed for the insurance company. Now, I talked to the insurance company about those checks, and they had some pretty big issues with them.
Mm-hmm.
All right? That may be something that I'm going to have to turn over to somebody else to investigate criminally. If it gets to that point, I may have to do that.
What
I don't know
checks?
what the insurance checks that when you were transported to the hospital and you were supposed to pay, you were supposed to cash them, and you cashed 4 of them.
Oh Lord, you gotta be kidding me.
See, Jimmy, the problem with an internal investigation is once it starts rolling, it starts opening the door to all kinds of other stuff that comes in.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a duty now to at least address it and try to figure out what's going on. In this setting, again, you're under Garrity, okay? I can't use anything you say criminally, period. Okay?
Oh, I understand.
So, all right, I want you to understand that, before you.
This is funny. These checks, I honestly, wholeheartedly, with my life, believe they were my Aflac checks. Because I talked to John Curtis, you can call him and ask him, I got him in my phone. He says, you've got a check coming, and you're going to have checks coming for your follow-up visits. I just got a check, and you can run out to my truck, I'll give you the keys. I got $3,100 out there. I just got an Aflac check for this.
Okay.
I honestly, wholeheartedly, 1,000,000% believe them checks were mine. This is starting to piss me off. When I found out they weren't, I made arrangements and they were taking money out of my payroll every month.
They mentioned
I didn't fight the system because I honestly believed they were my checks.
Okay, so you guys have made arrangements to get it taken care of.
Yeah, there was arrangements taken care of.
Okay, perfect.
Every month that money came out.
Is it still coming out, or you gotta pay?
No, it's got to be paid off because they hadn't been taking their money out.
Okay. All right.
Guys, that upsets me.
But you gotta understand, if it's something like that,
not
that
you
opens-
guys.
I understand, and you know, Jimmy, I don't want this to be an adversarial thing, man.
Yeah.
You know, I want this to be just all out there, and again, out of respect for you
Yeah.
and the job you've done for so long.
This was the first time something appeared to get on his nerves. Although he claimed it was an honest mistake, the detective still had to investigate the issue. A small investigation had led to all of the previous mess exposed.
Why are you allowing them to leave the office in the first place? I know that everybody's mentioned everybody's got stuff at home. Why has anybody got anything at home? Why does Jeffrey Maiden have any paperwork at home? Any files or anything else like that?
The only thing he would have at home would be his qualifications for us, and they were his copies. And then when Peggy was asking me about the qualifications, I didn't know Jeff already put them all together, and they were in the cabinet right by his desk.
Gotcha.
So there was.
And let me ask you this, Jimmy. And again, this has got to stay here with this stuff. Did you guys ever kind of cheat your way through the qualifications? Because I looked at your qualifications, and you know, if you've shot, you've only missed one round, you know, throughout 3 different guns in a couple of different years, and then you went to try to qualify this time and couldn't hit anything. Something jumps out right there, and just for me as being an investigator. And then when I talked to everybody, they said they don't watch you qualify. No one's seen you qualify besides Vermeda.
I qualified before everybody because I was told that I have to watch them
Okay.
in case I have to testify in court. Yes, they did do well, and Vermaiden wasn't their trainer.
Hansi was getting nervous with each passing minute. However, the biggest accusation was yet to be made about the chief stealing money from the dead.
And it's also fair to say that you're in charge of that. Ultimately, it's your department, your responsibility to make sure those numbers are accurate.
Them numbers were never, ever in the whole world ever meant to be accurate. That was just a summary of what we've done.
Okay.
The only thing accurate in that whole thing was the very front page. That was accuracy.
And it wasn't accurate because you guys missed Ritter's numbers on almost every month.
What do you mean?
Like Ritter's numbers that he had, your call volume is actually way bigger than you guys claim it is. You guys have more calls and did more things than you guys claim. Because you didn't factor Ritter's numbers in. All of Ritter's call records, all his calls, all his stats, even his hours worked, nobody calculated it.
The Ritter's not putting his stuff in the computer. That would be the problem there with
Okay.
call volume.
What do you mean put stuff in the computer?
He's not typing his stuff in his CRs and call records
Okay.
in.
Ritter's name is not actually even on the list of auxiliary officers or part-time officers, full-time officers. His name's not even on a lot of it. So,
Steve's is it?
no, so we wrote it in and put down the stats that he got, and your numbers actually rose. Instead of being down here, they actually rose a lot. So you guys aren't getting credit for a lot of stuff you're doing because his numbers aren't being calculated in that. So, you know, I don't think your village council is getting an accurate number, really, of anything. They're not getting an accurate number of how many people are coming out to work, their hours, or their call volume.
Finally, the detective came upon the real question. Did the chief steal any extra money for the hours he didn't work? Once again, the chief was unhappy with the accusation and went on an angry rant.
Were there any times, Jimmy, that you claimed some hours that you didn't actually work?
No. There's hours that I work that I don't put down on my timesheet.
So you working extra hours and not claiming?
Yes. My phone would ring constantly, and I'd have to go out. I never put all the hours down,
Right.
because I know we're short of money, and I didn't want to work myself out of a job. You can ask any mayor that.
Yeah. What's the most people you guys have had out at one time?
2,
2?
yeah, 3.
At any time, any given day. You guys aren't anywhere on there. You and Vermaiden are nowhere on there. On the call logs,
Right.
on the CR, nothing, 0.
What day was it?
April 25th, 2017. It was on a Tuesday. Ritter actually got called into work to cover for either you or Vermaiden, one of the two. He was not on his regular scheduled days.
Yeah, okay.
Do you remember that day? Do you remember going forward with him with Vermaiden?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
It was on
We've
that.
been forward on several places.
Sure. That was on a Tuesday. And do you remember going to Perry State Forest? That's your timesheet, right?
$12 hours, 6 A to 6 P.
Yeah. You see the problem I'm having with that?
Yeah. That shouldn't have been, I didn't even finish this week.
Right. That's because somebody grabbed it and made a copy of it because they knew you were out four-wheeling when you were supposed to be at work. That's why that's there.
Now,
And because they were concerned that you were taking time off and doing things and claiming time for work.
yeah.
And that's why there's a copy of that. You probably did actually finish that timesheet, but that's a copy of the timesheet up until that point.
I think we do have the finished one.
And we do have the finished one.
And it
So,
matches.
yeah, so that's your handwriting.
Probably
your
that's my
signature.
handwriting, yeah.
You claimed 12 hours that day
Yeah.
when you weren't there.
Well, I can tell you this,
At this time, one thing is pretty apparent. This entire police department is messed up and has a lot to change. However, most of the blame goes to James Hansey, the chief of police.
425.
And Vermaiden was with you, and Vermaiden claimed 6 hours.
why would he pay him 6 hours when he's supposed to work on Tuesday, he works noon to 10?
No idea.
So that should, I don't even know why that was put there. That was it should have been noon to 10 instead of 4 to 10. And it'd have been 10 hours.
What time did you guys get back from that trip?
Oh hell, I don't remember.
Was it dark?
No.
Maybe he tried to come in later, I don't know. But he put down numbers too on that day that he wasn't at work. The
Right.
Ritter had to come in because the two of you were both gone. And the dispatch traffic had Ritter on there, not you guys.
Yeah.
And obviously,
Here, 4 to 11.
and you're being honest with me, that, you guys were out there on the 25th.
Oh yeah.
So
Right.
that's the problem, Jimmy. And I turn this stuff over to Mayor Wells and to Village Council. They're probably gonna have an issue.
Well, you know what? This was not done on purpose. I probably should do my time sheet every day that I get done, and I didn't. That right there, the 25th, was not done on purpose. And I can understand it looks terrible.
But Jimmy, you just told me earlier that you do it like that you make sure that you don't put that ending on there until you're actually done.
I just started doing that
Okay, I gotcha.
because of all this issue of them saying time sheet this, time sheet that, time sheet this.
Right.
And pay is very,
This is, Jimmy, I don't know if you've ever seen this before. This is a couple years of people thinking that you're doing stuff that you shouldn't be doing.
As the detectives approached the end of the interrogation, the chief started to get restless. He eventually admitted that he had also made some mistakes.
I didn't turn in some hours because I knew I'd work myself out of a job. And that's the way it's always been. I'll give you an example, the reason why. Right before Mary left in December, I asked if we could get a window tint meter for $48. No, you don't have the money. Seriously?
Wow, 48 bucks?
$48. So that's the way we've always been in that village from day one I started. They don't give us nothing. We buy our own paper. We buy our own uniform. They give us a uniform allowance. But we buy our own boots and we buy our own guns and our belts and stuff that whatever the uniform allowance won't cover.
That reminds me of something though, Jimmy, I gotta ask you before you take off here. You threw away a bunch of property the other day. Yeah,
No, it was boxes and stuff like that.
okay. And one of them was one of our uniform shirts.
Yes,
I didn't
yes,
see that.
yeah.
Why'd you throw away our shirt?
It had been in the back of the property room forever.
So some of the stuff you threw away, was that property or just boxes? Because we found some dried up weed and all that stuff too out there. You understand, you gotta get court orders to throw that stuff out, right?
Right, that was just dirt.
Well, no matter how the department was running, it didn't give him the authority to steal from the government. He kept on proving his innocence for some time before the interview ended. After this investigation, the mayor filed 22 administrative counts against Hansey. In May 20th, 18, Hansey was fired from his position and placed on diversion in October 20th, 19. Since then, there have been no updates on him.
Moving on, we are about to witness some of the most dumb cops you will ever witness.
On December 4th, 2023, in the state of Virginia, Humphrey would be working his shift at his day job when police would be dispatched over a report of the missing package. However, upon their arrival, instead of conducting any investigation, they assumed the following.
Left what they came back without it.
Correct. You know, if you just took it through the dumpster, maybe you shipped it somewhere else. We really have no idea.
So it's just a BCM lower?
Just a BCM lower.
What's his description? It's like taller, black male.
6'2", black male, probably 230 pounds.
Okay.
We'll talk for a second, then we'll be in there.
So the owners want to address this with him first. Is there anything we do to slow roll this, or?
Okay. So what we would do, I want to make sure he's online with everything, but just chill right here. We're gonna talk for a second,
Okay.
and then
I don't want to put the owners in a pickle, right?
yeah. So just give us a second. What's your game plan, buddy?
So he took off with it and he returned without it.
Mm-hmm.
But the
They
owners
have
wanted
video.
Okay, they have video of it. Okay.
They don't know if they want to press charges yet, but what kind of charge is this?
This would be a grand larceny.
Uh-huh.
So it's felony, so they want to press charges.
Also, it's a felony because it's a firearm?
Yeah, firearm, correct. And then I wrote on the case codes, people can still carry in it.
They can still carry in here.
His co-worker accused him based off security footage that showed Humphrey leaving with the package, but the reality was that he had simply dropped it off to the shipping vehicle that then lost it.
No. It's down the hallway.
Yes. Reyes.
What's that? Yeah. What's going on?
Hey man, just don't turn around here. You think it's in there?
What?
We'll explain everything in a second.
Oh, y'all really serious?
You got your ID on you?
Yeah. Larceny, this is crazy, bro. Yeah, I think I took that shit. That's the one thing that makes me so.
You haven't said anything about anything, dude.
It's all making no sense, brother.
Huh?
Where's your car, bud?
It's all the way in the back.
Get to the car. You're walking up? Fender? You work here, you gotta have one. Anything else on the video?
No, no,
Tonight?
Is that up?
What are we doing with that?
That's kind of Peabody right now.
These cops displayed such an arrogant arrest first ask questions never tactic, but as it turns out, this unlawful arrest would backfire in their face.
I'm gonna walk back in there and say hi to my boy real quick, and I'll meet you guys there. Just get him in there. If you're sitting for a little bit, that's good. Okay? It's not gonna be too long. Just say hi.
So like 45 minutes from now.
We usually interview, do you just keep him cuffed to the mic the whole time? Can we usually interview?
No. Ask him if he wants some water. Alright? Ask him if he wants some chips.
You cuff him to the front or you just let him?
No, so the detectives will guide you through it. Okay?
One of the cops making the decisions also seemed to have a pre-established connection with the co-worker who accused Humphrey, adding to further bias on their part. However, within the next 10 minutes, they would discover that the package Humphrey was accused of stealing was there all along.
Saved by the freaking mailman.
Hell yeah, appreciate you, sir.
Thank you for being cool with me and cooperative with me.
Because like my man, I knew, like, ain't
Yeah.
it had to get worked out.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
And like I said, if that happened and you were already in custody, then like you would have just been unarrested. I'm gonna go in there, talk with them. All right.
Energy drink, C4 on the
It's a
right
C4.
door.
What kind? What
I forget what I bought it. Is it the red or the artisanal? Yeah, it's in the 7-Eleven door.
Okay.
You want me to get this other stuff that you replenish it? So you want me to get
So we got the box.
Yeah.
Where's it at?
Taylor, can you give us a break?
I'm sorry?
Can you punch out here for a second? Yeah.
As they were forced to let Humphrey go, the officers tried to save face as best as they could, showing an incredible lack of discipline. However, we now learn the truth about the package.
Yeah. So 10 minutes after you guys left, this showed up.
Can we open it and confirm it's in there? I know, but like...
Nope. But as soon as Cole brought it in, he opened it.
Oh, he did?
He did. It's in there.
I'm really happy that this happened.
Yes. Yeah, me too.
I don't know what y'all's policy on like THC is here and stuff. He had a weed pen on him.
Okay.
I was initially charging him with that, but they didn't grant it for me. Wonderful. Correct serial, everything? Okay. Can you show me to his office? He wants me to get his car keys.
All the stuff's right there. His car keys are right there.
He has a C4 energy drink in the fridge.
Okay.
Yeah, I ran out. Yo, James, I got your stuff right here. Can you pop your trunk real quick?
Yeah, I was gonna ask, could you get a laptop bag from out of my office so I can throw it in there too?
Inside, it's in the office?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna just throw this in here for now. Okay.
That's fine.
Everything's in there, even the pen. Okay.
His co-worker seemed so dejected that Humphrey wouldn't be getting arrested, almost like he wanted to get rid of him, as the officer as well failed to charge him for anything else.
Okay. So you have all your things. You want me to get a laptop bag for you?
Yeah.
So what I was on the phone doing was I went ahead and let my supervisor know what was going on.
I can
all right?
grab the bag. What is it?
It's a laptop bag.
Laptop, gray bag.
Gray.
LBT look like a
Is it
handgun bag.
yours?
Yeah. It should be on a black rack. It may be on the top shelf.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I filled him in on everything, right?
Oh, your supervisor.
My supervisor.
Okay.
Yeah. Just because, dude, I had to take you all around the goddamn city, and now we're back here. So I went ahead and did that for you, so he's aware of what's going on. I'm gonna put my name on this business card, and I'm also gonna put his name. If you got any questions, please feel free to call him, man.
Will do.
Like-
I don't have any questions. I understand, like, y'all did
Yeah.
y'all job. Y'all saw what y'all saw. Marble cones, all right.
Unfortunately for Humphrey, although his co-worker did fail to get him arrested or charged with anything, he would still use this whole fiasco as an excuse to screw him over one last time. Despite being cleared of the crime, Humphrey said he was fired 2 days after the incident. Despite the swift discovery of the item and my innocence, the repercussions have been severe. Humphrey wrote on his GoFundMe page, which has drawn in over $52,000 in donations. I have lost my job, my reputation has been tarnished, and I am left to pick up the pieces and rebuild my life from scratch, he said. Humphrey was but one of the many victims of these corrupt and biased officers, who exposed their troubling lack of awareness of the law with every move, and our next case would be of no exception to this.
Don't consent to no searches or none of that. I can speak freely. I am back.
On September 4th, 2024, a video uploaded by the channel Gambino Green Thumb revealed footage of a Los Angeles County patrolwoman pulling over a vehicle for expired tags. Despite the petty violation, her treatment of the passengers was beyond despicable.
What they pulling you over for? Expired tags. And she need to pat you down for expired tags? That's a little obsessive. At least I think so. I thought expired tag, you could just get a ticket. What's the need to pat down? And you should always record, big dog. And as a passenger, you don't got an ID either. Passenger, you're not even necessarily a part of the stop. You just happen to be in the car, so you don't got an ID or nothing. Whatever it is she's trying to do. Now, if she asks you to step out, you got to. I don't know, especially just for expired tags. Now, like I said, you don't have to ID as a passenger. You don't have to. So I'm not in your way. Don't consent to no searches or none of that. I can speak freely. I am back. Just like I said, just don't consent to no searches or none of that. Searches.
The man recording tried to bring awareness to these passengers, as the deputy unnecessarily profiled them, and on top of that, showed the man some nasty attitude.
Like I said, you're a passenger, so you don't gotta ID yourself, and just don't consent to no searches. Honestly, she's not even supposed to detain you as a passenger. So make sure when it's over, you get her name and badge number and you file a formal complaint, because she's not even supposed to do none of this to you as a passenger. You're supposed to tell her you ain't consenting to no searches. You still supposed to say it just so you can have it on record. Still say it. Still tell her. That's so that you did. It don't matter. Let her violate the law. You did your part. That's all that matters, because you could take her to court. She digging in your pockets. You're not under arrest. But he not under arrest. You only supposed to do a frisk, a pat down on the outside. Yeah, you only supposed to pat down the outside of his pockets. So that's unlawful. That's a full search. Now that's a full search what you just did. Well, I know how to do it better than you, obviously.
The Fourth Amendment of the U.S. Constitution clearly protects the citizen's right against unlawful search, and yet here is your common American cop blatantly disregarding their freedom.
See, passenger, that's why you always film. You don't never let them pull you over. Driver as well. Don't never get pulled over without taping. She literally said she pulled you over for expired tags, but y'all both in the back seat being detained. That don't even make sense. She know I'm right. Ask her.
I was asking you to see how you.
Well, I'm not conducting the stop. You gotta ask her what's going on.
Is this your car?
Is it? No, she got the people whose car it is in there.
Okay. So you're just
I'm just a concerned citizen.
Okay.
Not just to film, just to make sure she's doing her job right. She already overstepped. She done searched the passenger without consent. So that's already a violation right there. And it's supposed to be just for.
Do me a favor,
it's supposed to be. Well, I'm not too close. That's why you here. I'm not too close.
Not liking the fact that she was being questioned on her illegal acts, the patrolwoman would call another officer to come and try and get rid of the man.
If I was too close, I'll be violating. I'm keeping the distance. I've been distant since I got here. If all she stopped him for was just tags, I don't see what she need to pull the passenger out for. He didn't do anything wrong. He's just a passenger in the car. So why would he be searched and ID? What's your name and badge number?
Carrillo.
Huh?
Carrillo,
badge number what?
061.
All right. But yeah, if it's just tags, couldn't she just cited him and let him go?
She's taking the car now.
It look like it's back far enough, so I understand that. But what about detaining the passenger and searching him and all that? He not the driver?
By its very definition, when there's a traffic stop conducted, the passenger is...
Nah.
Well,
So
when he's in the car and he gives her that information.
no, he was outside the car when that happened. See, if you was here, you would have knew.
If he's in the car and he gives her that
But
information.
that happened outside the car over here.
Okay.
See, that's what I'm saying. If you was here, you would have knew. Right now, you just assuming because you're not sure. You just got here. I'm telling you as a witness to it.
Can go both ways, sir.
I'm telling you as a witness to it. You just assuming I was here. It's a big difference. I'm a primary source. You would be more like a secondary, right?
Tanner speaking.
All right. So if we're talking about that, then I was here. You wasn't. So
I would say primary would be him. You'd probably be like secondary.
But I'm
I'm
a primary source because I was there of it happened. I'm contemporary why it's happened. I'm there with it. I exist why it's happened. I'm here. So I could be primary. I don't know if you know how sources work, but You know, if you did, you would have been more familiar that I'm gonna be a primary source, because I'm a first-hand source.
I guess.
That's how it works. You could not agree, but that's how it works. SH1890. It's not reading. That's not reading. That's just numbers. That's not reading. Letters and numbers. That ain't reading. It don't say anything.
The officer grew increasingly uncomfortable with the man's repeated but rightful questions, as his job was to only stand there and intimidate, not use his brain.
I see you want to be a hard ass. I mean, you got a very condescending type of, attitude right now. I don't see why, just because I'm here recording. Is that irritating you or something?
Not at all.
Then why you acting the way you acting?
I'm recording you just like you're recording me. Like,
but I'm not giving you attitude. You being very condescending.
How's that making condescending?
Your reactions, your whole body language, everything you've been doing since you got here.
You may call it condescending. I may be calling it like I'm not going to get sucked into whatever you got going on.
I don't got nothing going on. I told you what I'm doing. I'm just watching.
All right.
Concerned citizen. Everybody should pull up and watch when police is here, right?
Concerned of a citizen within your own neighborhood.
Obviously I am.
Outside of the police.
Obviously I am. That's what I do. I hold government officials accountable. That's my main concern.
You hold community members accountable.
Your concern is to do that. That's your job. That ain't my job. As a citizen, my job is to hold the government accountable. That's your job to police the city.
So you're a Republican, as you say.
I never said I was either or. I'm just a citizen, standing up for people's rights. Now, if that's what you call a Republican, hey, that's your opinion.
I'm just wondering.
I'm just giving you some side on my side. I'm just giving you a little information. I never said I was either or. I'm just a citizen.
The officer hopelessly tried to steer the conversation away from the incident at hand, trying to make it political and charge up the man, but he would not fall for these tactics.
I got complaints on city councilmen, clerks, all type of shit. Whoever do wrong. That it don't matter your position. Listen, your position don't matter. As long as it's a government position and you're not doing your job, you get held accountable. That's how I go.
Family 11105.
So you typically do the same thing to passengers then, because it sounds like you're in agreement with what she did. You pull a passenger out and detain him when he had nothing to do with the stop. He's just a passenger. Because that's the same thing if he was in an Uber ride. You pull over the Uber driver, the passenger is not subject to your arrest or search or any of that. He can step out and let you search the car, but you couldn't search him just because he's a passenger. So what's the difference with a personal driver? He's a passenger.
Wasn't here.
That's why I asked you, would you have handled it the same way?
I don't know. I can't tell you.
I mean, you could tell me. You don't want to tell me.
No, I can't tell you because every situation is different.
Okay, when you pull over, okay, look, if you pull over a car,
made that every traffic stop.
That's why I'm asking you. I don't want to assume. That's why I'm asking you. I don't want to assume.
That's simply not true.
That's why I'm not assuming. I'm asking you, would you handle it that way?
I don't know. It depends on who the passengers are.
You don't know who the passenger are. That's the whole thing. They're anonymous, and they're supposed to remain that way because they haven't committed any infractions. They haven't broken any law or broken any crime.
Probation or parole?
That's not an infraction.
You know for sure he's not on
That's still not an infraction.
You know for sure.
That's still. Do you know? You just got here.
I'm asking.
Hey, passenger. Passenger. Hey, passenger. You should also request a supervisor. Because what she did was wrong. Y'all should request a supervisor to come to the scene now so y'all can file y'all complaint now. Request the supervisor. They got to call them out. You don't want to wait till later. What's that? Huh? I'm at work. Once I leave here, I got to go. I wasn't even supposed to be here. I just stayed to make sure y'all was good.
The outcome of this incident is unknown, but it should be noted that it is commendable the man stood up for what no one else around was willing to do when a clear violation of a citizen's right occurred in broad daylight. However, our next case is a little more hopeful, as instead of an ordinary citizen, this time an officer of the law actually has the integrity to uphold it without bias. On December 3rd, 2023, an Albuquerque, New Mexico police officer was patrolling in his car when he noticed a black pickup truck speeding and swerving. However, when pulling the driver over, he would be met with a man of a not-so-different profession to him.
I had a beer. Just one? All night? Yes, sir. You lying to me? No, sir. Cool. Hands directly to the side. Go take a step forward for me, please. Feet together, hands directly to the side. See my finger? Yes? Follow my finger with your eyes and do not move your head. Do you understand? Yes, sir. You go upward now. Follow my finger upward, please.
Yes, sir.
Any injuries to your legs or feet that are going to prevent you from walking, bouncing, turning?
The man who was pulled over and observed to have a reeking odor of alcohol was a cop off duty by the name of Edgar Madrid, and our officer did not believe a single word he said.
On this imaginary line, you'll look downward at your feet. You will count each step out loud. You will touch heel to toe on each step. And you'll keep your hands directly at your side at all times. Do you have any questions? No questions at all? So look, I'm going to demonstrate this test to you. It's going to look like this, sir. 1, 2, 3. See how I did that? I took 3 steps. You will take 9 steps. Do you understand? On your 9th step, your front foot will stay planted on the ground. With your back foot, which is your opposite foot, you will take a series of small steps, just like so, to turn yourself in the opposite direction. You see how I did so? Do you have any questions on the turning process? Now you're going to be facing the front of a patrol unit. I'll proceed back 9 steps like so. 1, 2, 3. See how I did that? Once again, I took 3 steps. How many steps will you take?
9.
Again, sir.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9.
Okay. Face me. Put your feet together just like mine. Mr. Madrid, I'm going to have you remain in that position there. You will not start the test until I tell you to do so. Do you understand?
After conducting his first field test on Madrid, the officer would become even more convinced of his intoxication and would call another cop to his area.
You will lift that foot approximately 6 inches from the ground. You'll keep your foot parallel to the ground. You'll keep your hands directly at your side, both legs straight.
Yep.
You'll look down at your raised foot and you will count in upper manner by 1,000. Similar to 1,001, 1,002, 1,003, 1,004, and continue counting upward by 1,000s until I tell you to stop. Do you have any questions?
No.
So look, I'm going to demonstrate this test to you. I'm going to pick my right foot for my demonstration, but you can pick your right or your left. You can lift that foot approximately 6 inches from the ground like I'm doing so, and keep your foot parallel. Do not point it up. This is parallel. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Hands directly to the side, both legs straight. Looking down at your raised foot, you will count in upper manner by 1,000. Similar to 1,001, 1,002, 1,003. Do you have any questions? No. No questions at all? Go and begin, sir.
1,001, 1,002, 1,003, 1,004, 1,005, 1,006, 1,007, 1,008, 1,009, 1,010, 1,011, 1,012, 1,013, 1,014, 1,015, 1,016, 2017, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2025, 2026, 2027.
Go and stop. Mr. Madrid, it's been more than one drink, wasn't it?
Yes, sir.
How much have you really had to drink?
Had 2 Coors Light and Dirty Bourbon, sir.
2 dirty 2?
Yeah.
You shouldn't be driving. You know that.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
And this is gonna hurt. It really is.
The officer would conduct a sobriety test on Madrid, who would just nod along to his instructions like he wasn't fully listening at all.
I can feel your actions refuse to be tested this time. Mr. Madrid, open your mouth, please. Stick your tongue out. Lift it up to the sky. Do you have anything in your mouth you eat, drink, smoke? Anything in between your teeth and your gums? 142. Go walk to the rear of my vehicle, please. Have a seat.
Despite how much it displeased him, seeing Madrid miserably fail the test left him no choice but to arrest a fellow officer, who should have known better than to go joyriding while intoxicated.
Like sample is red. Verbally refused. Mouth is free and clear. Sperma deprivation period 0-142 hours. 146 and send a case number, please. You know who he is?
What was the last name?
Madrid. D1. Skater.
This case? What's been on?
He's been on for, I think he's a lateral. Yeah. So 90, 65. He admitted to drinking 2. Edgar? How's it going? I need you guys to go for a ride. Everybody? I was getting towed. Yeah. Do you have his phone? So the way it works here in Albuquerque is he's going to have to go in front of a judge, and the judge is going to decide when he's going to get released. No. Do you have his phone or no? I just want to make sure he has that phone so you can call people.
And you wouldn't allow one of us to
No, he's gonna get towed. So call for a ride, let somebody know.
Now this is a proper example of how an officer should handle a situation like this, unlike before in James Humphrey's case, where the officer was clearly trying to do his friend a favor. And on a fortunate note, Madrid wouldn't get away scot-free either. Madrid was arrested and charged with aggravated DW1, speeding, driver's license not in possession, and no proof of insurance. He pleaded not guilty and has a pretrial conference hearing on January 19th. As of Wednesday, Madrid is on administrative leave.
While this cop was caught for his actions, this next officer did something incredibly foolish.
On August 3rd, 2019, a person contacted 911 claiming that two black men robbed him earlier on the road. Soon, a couple of officers were dispatched to the location and encountered two men who matched the description given by the caller.
So I'm walking down the street, there's these two black guys. One of them has a gun, they approached me, they're like, what's in your pockets? And like, I'm basically like, at first, like I was startled, so I really was like, nothing, but I didn't say like, out of fear or nothing. Then then one of the guys started hitting me and I fall down to the ground. Another guy pulls out the gun and he's like, you better tell me what's in your pockets. And like from there, you know, I just kind of like told him like I really didn't have nothing. I had a couple dollars on me. They took that.
Oh, they did take your money?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's going on today? All right. What are your names?
What's the reason?
All right. So we got a contact that keep your hands out of your pockets.
Oh,
sorry. Possible assault that occurred?
Oh, I didn't touch it.
Okay. What's your name? Devon. What do you go by?
I just go by Devon.
Do you go by Spaz? Okay. Put your hands up for me a sec. Put your hands up. Right.
Little did the officers know these boys weren't the suspects the caller complained about earlier. However, 19-year-old Devon Bailey refused to cooperate with the police, and that's when everything spiraled out of control.
So we got a report of two people, similar descriptions, possibly having a gun, all right? So don't reach for your waist. We're gonna just check and make sure that you don't have a weapon, all right?
Hands up! Hands up! Hands up! Get your hands up! Get your hands up! Get your hands up! Get down on the ground! Get down on the ground!
The poor guy was shot twice from the back and died on the spot. The officers claimed that he was reaching for his gun, whereas his hands were nowhere near it, and he was just simply terrified of the police. In the aftermath, Bailey's family filed a civil rights lawsuit against the city and the police department. They ultimately won the case, resulting in a $3 million settlement from the city. Well, this wasn't the last time Tobbs escalated a simple issue and arrested an innocent person.
No! Help! Are you kidding me? Bro.
On October 17, 2021, multiple officers were dispatched to a residence after neighbors complained about a domestic disturbance. Upon arriving, they were met by Miss Beam, who acted like nothing was wrong with the home.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing? I'm Officer Craig with Adams Park County Police Department. We got a call about a domestic disturbance here?
No, the dogs are back there, but we're fine.
Okay, but can you tell me what happened?
We're just mad at each other.
Okay.
Just screaming. We scream a lot.
Can we, yeah, can we get him to come out?
What? No.
What do you mean, no?
He's... No.
Okay. So, you can go over here and talk to him for me, please, but we need for him to go ahead and step up.
No,
okay?
no. Please don't.
So, look, we're mandated by the state. We have to.
We have to talk to him.
We gotta talk.
Please. Yep. He's fine.
I understand. Okay. Here, come over here and talk to
him. Talk to him.
No, I would not like to. Please. No, you guys don't have to. Please, I know you don't.
At this, ma'am.
Yes, for this we do. Yes,
okay.
ma'am.
So do you be able to stop over there and talk to him?
No, I would not like to.
So I need you to though.
Right.
Right now, because I need you guys to tell me what happened.
Nothing.
So, but look, I can see there's blood on your hand.
Yeah, that's
I
his.
understand.
But
I understand. So
he cut his hand on the door. No, please. No, this is my house. No,
Ma'am, ma'am.
No, this is my house.
The officers explained their duty to head inside the home and check everything. As Miss Beam resisted, the cops had to use force to escort her away and force their way inside.
Done talking. Come over here now.
No, this is my house.
Or you go to.
This is my house. Why are you opening my door?
Huh?
This is not okay. So, my house. Why are you opening my door?
Huh?
This is not.
Open the door.
Okay.
It's against the law.
So,
I'll videotape you.
Okay, well you need to open the door, okay?
open the door, man.
You do. We're here to investigate.
why would I? This is my house.
Stop. Can you unlock the door, man, so we can talk to you?
No, why am I being held?
Stop. Stop,
No.
or you're gonna get on the ground. That's
Why
my
would I? This
final
is-
warning to you. Stop.
This is my house.
And stop.
You have to.
No, you guys are f***ing wrong. You're at my house. I'm being handcuffed at my house. Don't handcuff me.
I told you to stop, didn't I?
My house. I'm being handcuffed at my house. Don't.
Man, you need to come open the door.
I'm good. I'm good.
Open the door.
I'm good.
Open the door, man.
No,
Sir, we are here investigating.
I have not done anything wrong.
I
We're here
need so look.
investigating.
I put myself on my own door.
I know. So come out here and tell
I'm not,
me.
because my
You gotta tell me.
officer, I know what y'all do.
I understand, man.
As the cops quarreled with Beam's husband, one of the officers took her away to put her in his police cruiser. However, the situation quickly went from bad to worse as the officer unnecessarily escalated what could have been a simple resolution.
I didn't ask you to come here. Don't put me in that f***ing car.
You're going to jail now for obstruction.
From what? You came to my house and you put me in f***ing cuffs. Why are you doing this?
Let's go.
Why you? No, and no. You came to my property. And why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? Please help me. You just came into my house. I had no f***ing problem. You just arrested me for nothing. Why are you doing this? Why
You're going
are
to
you
jail for obstruction. We already explained it to you.
obstruction? I literally was at my house. You knocked on my door. Why are you? I honestly don't know why.
You got anything on you I need to know about?
No, I have nothing on me.
Okay.
Why are you doing this to me?
Go ahead and have a
No,
seat.
why are you doing this? Stop.
Have a seat or you can catch
No.
another charge. That's your choice.
I have no reason that you should charge me for anything.
Fucking stop. Do not pull away from me.
Officer Williams mercilessly his Beam face first onto the floor, leaving her in tears. Little did she know the worst was yet to come.
Get up. Get up. Get up. Get up.
No,
Get up.
you're so wrong for this.
Get up.
I did.
Then you can stay right here.
I don't do anything.
We didn't say anything about. Do you have any on you?
Why are you treating me like this?
Get up.
Stop! Stop touching me!
Get up.
Stop touching me! Stop! Stop!
Get
touching
up.
Me. No, I haven't done anything. You're treating me bad. I haven't done anything to you. I really just live here. I don't know why you're doing this. I really don't. I don't. I think you're a good person. So why
The
are
longer
you
you
doing
stand here, the more charges you're gonna get. Every time I tell you to get up and you don't, that's obstruction.
this? But why am I getting any charges? I haven't
Get
done
up.
anything. No,
One-
it's
that's
not
one.
fair. It's not fair. I
Get
haven't
up.
done anything. I haven't done anything.
Get up and get in the car.
Okay. Stop. Do not touch me.
Get
Do
up.
not touch me. Let me get up on my
Get
own.
up. As soon as you get up, I'll let you go.
Well, don't touch me.
Get up.
Let me get up on my own.
Let's get up.
Please let me get up
Get
on my
up.
own.
That's two.
Please let me get up on
Get
my
up.
own.
It was still unclear as to who had called the cops and whether any domestic violence occurred in the first place. The officers were only adamant about racking up charges and punishing the poor woman.
Please let me get
That's
up on
three
my
charges.
own. Please
Get up.
let me get up on my own.
That's 4.
Please let me get up on my own. Please let me get up on my own. Please.
Let's go in the car or I'm going to slam you on the ground again. In the car.
People think I'm crazy. It's insane.
In the car.
You're insane. You're insane. You're insane.
Get in the car.
This is why people are
Go.
mad at you.
I don't care.
I didn't do anything.
Get in the car.
What have I done to you to maliciously
Get
hurt
in the
you?
car. I don't
No.
care. Get in the
What
car.
have I done? I'm just a human being. Stop. 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 I have not done anything to deserve myself. Please. Please, man, help me. Please. Please.
Get in the car.
I haven't done anything. I've not said no to anything. He's hurting me. Please.
Get in the car.
He's trying to hurt me.
Get in the car.
I live at this house. I live right here. Please, please, please.
If this wasn't enough, the cop did the unthinkable as he brutally slammed her on the ground once more, this time knocking her unconscious.
I'm not
This is my
abstaining.
last
I'm
time
not
telling
like,
you or I'm going to
no,
slam you on the ground.
I have not done anything to abstain.
Get in the car.
Please help me.
I'm
Please.
trying to be nice. Get in the car.
I literally live at this house. I've not done anything to like.
Get in the
please.
car.
No, no, help.
Are you kidding me? Bro.
Get up.
Can you please get this on video? Please get this on video. No, please get this on video.
Get up.
Girlfriend, dog. No, no, that's my
Up.
I'm gonna check my pockets right now. But that's my girlfriend, dude. Why'd you throw her down?
Get up.
Why'd you throw her down?
She was pulling away from me.
Okay, so what is that? You're right. I don't
Get
have
up.
anything on me, guys. I'm a law-abiding citizen. I pay for y'all's goddamn taxes, bro. Come on. This is
Now
not
for essential. Can we get
y'all.
EMS around?
This is not at this police, man. Stop being like this. So what happened? Search me. I will turn. I will turn.
We don't know. They were covered in. We tried to talk to them.
You gotta stand up. Let's go. Get her up.
Hit her head pretty hard.
Get her up.
You might want to check her for concussion.
We have EMS on the way.
Girl, you gotta sit down. You have to sit down. Hey, pull. Go on the other side.
Yeah.
Officer Williams overstepped his boundaries, attacking poor Miss Beam. Despite her miserable condition, the officers were keen on fitting her inside the cruiser.
Come on.
You gotta get in the car.
Come on. Gotta slide you in. You want to sit her up?
If you can.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, can you give me a hand with... So I have to slam him on the ground twice? Give me a hand with... So that way... Just give me a hand so that way we got... So you sit her up. Sit up, okay? Just turn her feet in. They want her to... We gotta close the door because she'll come out. Come. Go ahead. I got it.
Hey, do you have...
What happened?
Why are you doing this?
Try to avoid this.
Shortly after, people started to gather, shocked by what had happened. Among them was Beam's friend, who rushed to the scene. The officer spoke with her, but the tension in the air was undeniable.
Is this your friend?
My best friend.
So she's very intoxicated and she's going to jail. So she hasn't been searched. I couldn't get that. I literally just got her in the car before.
I think he punched like a window or something, and that's all that I know.
So that makes sense for the broken glass noise, but I'll finish filling you in over here. So do you have an idea or reason why that they would the glass would be punched out? Because there's two glasses that are two window panels that are punched out.
No, I don't know.
Have they ever had a history of violence, fighting, arguing?
Like between them two, no. Like I know that he has punched a hole in the wall.
Yeah.
Okay.
But other than that,
So yeah,
But
there's a
nothing
slight
with
history
her.
of this.
Yeah.
like I
Of
don't
like
know.
of damaging her property and stuff like that.
Y'all take him over. I'd rather that than.
That's right. We're not gonna leave them. So like we'll have to get her consent to make sure that she's okay with
she
you
would
taking.
definitely be okay with it.
Okay. So like I said, if y'all can just stand over here, I'll greatly appreciate it. Okay.
necessarily going to go super
I'm going
great.
unmuted.
Yeah. So I'm going to get her out. We'll see if we can't at least get her searched just to make sure she doesn't have
Okay.
anything on her that she has. You okay?
Yeah,
I
I'm
just saw
good.
you wiping off. So
Well, when we
got
grabbed,
a little-
he's covered in blood when we grabbed him, and there's
I'm pretty sure she was too, and I
he's
got
cut
cut. I don't know if
everywhere.
that's
We've
gonna.
been wiped.
Finally, a sergeant arrived on the scene and went over to confront Ms. Beam, whose condition was worsening with each passing second.
I'm Sergeant Emmett of the Clark County Police Department. What's your name?
Leanna.
Leanna?
Yes, I'd like to go out to
Okay. What's your last name, Leanna? Beam. How do you spell that? B-E-A-M?
B-E-A-M, yeah.
Okay. So
I don't know why I'm being held.
So here's the situation right now. I'm going to explain it to you, okay?
Okay.
So you are currently under arrest for obstruction, okay? You are interfering with an investigation in reference to a domestic incident that we got a phone call about.
It's not-
And then you repeatedly refuse to cooperate with the officer because you're being detained. You're lawfully detained, and when you refuse to comply with an officer at that point in time, and you're resisting and you're pulling and you're trying to run off, you get
I want to
taken.
go home.
Well, unfortunately, that's not an option at this point in time.
Really,
This is not helping the situation at all right now.
oh
Okay.
my God, whatever you need to do.
So,
I don't
here,
like the police officers that took me down.
That's fine. I wasn't here when that happened. I'm trying. Well, when you're pulling away and resisting, that's doing something, okay?
Because I live here.
Well, you're still under arrest. Turn around and face the door for me, okay? You don't have anything on you, right?
No, I don't have
Okay.
anything
We're
on
just
me.
gonna double check and make sure, okay? Are you hurt anywhere that you can tell right now?
No.
Okay.
I'm hurt because by you searching me. I live here.
Okay. Have a seat for me again, okay?
Why would I? It's not fair. This is so unfair.
Have a seat for me. Slide on in. Get your feet in the car, please.
Melissa.
Watch your head, okay? Watch your knees.
It was later revealed that no crime had been committed earlier, and there was absolutely no reason for the officers to make an arrest. It's bizarre how these pigs turn simple situations into such chaos.
She didn't want to get out of the way, didn't want to allow them to do their investigation, and then he's cut up and bloody, and then he didn't want to let us do anything, wanted to fight against us, so I just showed up to figure out what was going on because I got asked, and I was like, oh, here we go.
She's what?
She's ANO times 4. She's answering all my questions privately. She's saying she doesn't want medical attention. What do you?
I mean, I just wanted to make sure she was fine.
Yeah,
with-
she says that she doesn't.
All right.
She doesn't think.
Thank
she's
you,
blacked
guys.
out, but I'm gonna go.
Arrest me.
Yeah, you're still under arrest.
Ms. Beam was later taken to the police station and charged with multiple obstruction counts. However, as the police department reviewed the case, they determined that Officer Williams' actions violated departmental policies. As a result, he was immediately fired. All the charges against the woman were eventually dropped. Well, this case was tragic. The next one will leave you stunned once you see the corrupt cop's entitlement.
You check him? You got anything on you, buddy?
I'm scared right now. He's at him for no reason.
On October 13th, 2020, off-duty Chicago police officer Joseph Cabrera went over to a couple parked in his neighborhood and started yelling at them. The guy came out and confronted Cabrera, who grabbed him by the neck. In response, he punched Cabrera in the head. After this, the ignorant cop took out his weapon and fired round towards the guy, which he missed. He immediately contacted 911 and falsely claimed that the victim had attacked him.
Hey, stay right there. Stop.
I wasn't
Stop.
doing anything.
Stop.
Okay? I'm scared. He at me.
Okay, when I say stop, stop.
Stop. I'm not doing anything.
You got anything on you?
No,
dude?
you could check
Keep
me
your hands up.
and everything.
Keep your hands up, dude.
I didn't do anything, officer. He shot me.
Okay.
You can understand our friends.
Relax.
I was
All right, hey,
I'm
dude,
scared for my
dude.
life.
Relax.
What do you mean? Why are you putting me in handcuffs? He shot me.
Relax.
I've seen everything.
All right. Like I said, buddy, you're just being held while we figure out what's going on, okay?
What do we need? He shot me. All right. Get him in the car. Why me? Why do I gotta go in the car for? We're figuring this out. No, why do I have to be in the car?
Nothing on him. We checked him.
Shockingly, the victim was the one who ended up handcuffed and sitting in the police cruiser. According to the victim, Officer Cabrera appeared to be intoxicated and was struggling to control himself.
You should put him. He's me though.
Hang on.
Are you serious?
Listen, I've been talking to you this whole time, all right, bud?
You said you're all right?
Yeah. You need an ambulance? I don't know, man. I'm pretty upset right now.
They just said they were with them. 812. Are we slowing it down yet? Or
I don't know. The same.
Guys are cutting out.
Relax. That's great. Yeah, I'm feeling, I don't know, you have palpitations, you okay?
You want me to call you an
ambulance? You want me to call you an ambulance? What's going on?
This guy over here said this guy attacked him. While he was attacking him, I guess he
I don't know why he pulled up the gun.
fired him or not. He said he did since the fighter came off, you know what I mean?
Oh, brother, so he has to go and do a TRR.
Officer Cabrera acted as if he was entitled and had done nothing wrong. Eventually, the officers returned to the victim, who was still shaken by the earlier incident.
Hey, all right, listen up. What's going on? Talk to me. What happened?
So I'm at the end of the block, okay? I'm having a conversation with my girlfriend because I'm about to drop her off.
Okay.
And this guy pulls up in back of us, like, really aggressive. And he asked us the first time, like, oh, are you guys okay? Do you guys need an ambulance or help or anything? I'm like, no, like, we're fine. And he stays in back of us. So I turn around and we go at the end of this block instead. And he comes in back of us again. He's like, I don't know what kind of you guys are pulling, but you guys need to get the out of here. And I'm like, sir, we're not arguing. Nothing's going on. What is your problem? And he started getting aggressive with me. And then he started putting his finger in my face and grabbed my neck.
Okay.
And that's when I punched him. And then he pulled out a me.
Did you get hit?
No, I didn't get hit, but I heard it. Everything was
Okay. Remember, take those breaths, okay? Take those breaths. Calm down. I'm gonna roll your window down a little bit, right?
Hold on, man.
Hold on.
What happened?
Listen to me. You are not under arrest, okay?
But if you would have shot me, what happened?
You are not under arrest right now, okay? So
you're not under arrest. We're just trying to figure out what's going on, okay?
The corrupt cop remained unfazed while the victim struggled to control his emotion. Soon, his girlfriend arrived and explained what had happened earlier to the officers.
Okay, so I'm scared right now. He's at him for no reason. So he's dropping me off. We park right here.
Where do you live?
At first, we went over there. He dropped me off. He didn't do anything. We didn't do anything. We weren't arguing or anything. This car comes in, driving fast and stops quick.
Okay.
And then tells us, are we fine? I'm like, what the hell? Yeah, we are. There was no argument or anything. He was just dropping me off. And then he came to my boyfriend's face, yelling at him and everything. I'm like, sir, we're not doing anything.
Where you stay at, man?
Right here, a couple houses down.
Did your boyfriend stay with you too?
No, he was dropping me home. And then this guy just comes at his face.
All right, I know.
Like,
turn around.
Try to control your breathing, man, okay? In through your nose, out through your mouth, okay?
Yes, okay. You're not hurt or anything, right? I don't see any.
Was your girlfriend in the car?
She was there the whole time. She's seen everything. She's over there.
She's over there? Okay.
Have a seat.
Have a seat, okay?
Okay. Just relax.
The victim was soon uncuffed and released as the officers realized he was telling the truth. Another bystander told the cops how the off-duty officer fucked them needlessly. The officers arrested Cabrera, and he was charged with attempted murder. He later pled guilty to a lesser charge as the judge sentenced him to 24 months of probation.
Well, that brings us to the end of the video. These incidents remind us that no matter how high one's position, the truth has a way of coming to light. Corrupt cops who think they can evade justice are often caught in the most unexpected ways. And if you agree, please consider showing your support by liking this video, and also make sure to subscribe to stay informed about future cases like these. And if you did like this one, check out this next video right here.